Hello everybody, I'm here with Juri. We're at the Action Duchenne Conference 2018 and we're just doing another video. We thought we'd talk about independence and independence for people with Duchenne muscular dystrophy. And one thing that always fascinates me is independence, how it's different by country. And you know, I always thought, is there one country that has it down as like, yeah, that's the way to do it? Or, you know, because there's so many discrepancies on everything.
Yeah.
What's your experiences in Estonia and in terms of everywhere else?
In Estonia, it's quite tough
Oh, really?
because you don't get the money from municipality,
Mm.
and also a person as a society hasn't used to have that. How to say it? A personal assistant,
I see.
and they don't saw it as a job or something like that.
Oh, really? I see. So it's
Because
hard
it's-
to get people who to be PAs.
Yes.
I see. And in
Because-
terms of the funding as well, I think I remember you
Yeah.
saying that they don't, the government doesn't fund PAs enough as
Yes.
well.
And in Estonia, it's quite much about the municipality. Doesn't.
So these are the regions,
Yes,
regional
yes.
governments, I see.
And every region has a different ability to do it. Basically, your independence depends totally where you live. And that's why you have to very inventive to have the chance to live independently.
I see.
I started my independent life. At the beginning, I was in special school where the assistant was available. And after that, my family's biggest dream was that I could go to the university. But in that time, when they got the diagnosis, there was actually no hope to get it there anyway.
Oh, really?
Because I didn't have in my region accessible secondary school where I could get the knowledges, but I need to go to the university. So in that special school, I got that degree or something like that. With that, I could get to university. And it was the time when I started, it was very tough because my father got cancer and he died before he saw that I go to university.
Oh, man.
But he knows, but I was organizing that, so
Yeah.
it was very good.
Yeah.
And at the beginning in university, it was quite tough because you didn't have assistants. You basically had to find different volunteers who were ready to help me. And yeah, that's the way it started.
I see.
Basically, I threw many persons into water because I found the persons in my dormitory
Oh, really?
who hasn't never seen the disabled person. So we had to learn together that stuff.
I see. So the people that you were living with, they helped you?
Yes.
Instead, but they weren't working as PAs?
No.
No. Wow. And so did they expect that they would be helping you, or was it just a...
It was usually my friends, and sometimes it went so strange that I went to the party and meet some dude or whatsoever, and he helped me to the bed. So at the beginning was very
I
tough.
love this kind of tenacity. So you were at university, and
Yes.
you didn't have care assistants,
Basically, yeah.
so you just get around sort of relying on people to help you
Yeah.
out. And sometimes but that in itself is one thing. But then also, like, sometimes there would be a party and you'd be like, yeah, I'll go along and I'll just find someone to help me out afterwards. I like that tenacity.
At the beginning, I have to say that my brother was living with me, but it was very bad.
And your brother doesn't have Duchenne? Or?
No.
I see. So he
He
would help
was
you
my
out?
helper, yeah.
I see.
A
So
little
that's
bit,
how it
yeah.
happened, yeah.
I think you better know what what that means.
Yeah.
When you are totally, as a brother, you want to help them out, but you also want to live your own life.
I can imagine that's.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was quite hard because we living on 10 root meters, so it was very little room, and it was tough.
Yeah.
But afterwards, my brother, I'm very happy that my brother took that step. It stays, that's it. I'm not, I can't do it anymore.
Oh, he did do that.
And
that must have been quite hard for him as well as you to.
And
wow.
he moved out.
Wow.
But I'm very happy that he did.
Gosh.
Because after that I had to totally think out of the box to find the solution.
Wow.
Yeah, and so now it's like, it's more better. I had a company who helped me in the morning, and in...
and do you have to pay for that, or
yes.
Do you get money from the government?
I got little about it, but I just, because it's agency, it costs more.
So that's crazy. So you get a bit of money towards your care, but you have to pay, a lot of it, and you don't. You were telling me about your hours. Like you don't even get the full hours. You get someone here, someone there, and and it's all a bit uncertain as well. So
yeah.
What's the hours?
Basically 2 hours in the morning.
Yeah.
1 hour in lunchtime, and in the evening I get to bed.
That's crazy.
And because of that, I live independently basically Monday to Friday, and Friday to Sunday help me my mother.
So you don't even get the care on the weekends as well. That's just weekdays.
Yes. It's very tough. And as I cope with that, I do as much as I could by myself. I move around with the public transport, and I'm ready to go somewhere when I didn't have an assistant.
Yeah.
I just go there and start to look, I don't know, like a tiger or something like that. Who's going to help me? Where is he? And you just go straight to him and try to talk him over.
I like this attitude because even though this is a completely ridiculous, terrible situation, you kind of, and so many people would kind of end up just staying inside all the time. You think, well, I've not got any care today, but I'm just going to go out. I can get there to a bus. I can get on the bus. I can do certain things. And there will always be people around, so I'll just go up and say, "Hey, mate, can you help me?"
It's the other way around thinking, that you're thinking that where are the people moving, there you get help. Well, but when you're staying at home, you don't have any chance to get help somewhere.
No, that's what I'd say is, because knowing how hard that is, I mean, that's hard for just anyone. It doesn't matter if you have a disability. People will know what it's like when you're out and you're a bit stuck. I mean, it's happened to me. Sometimes my phone runs out of battery and you sat next to a million people on the train and you want to say to someone, "Can I use your phone?" But everyone's sort of like alien to you in this society.
Yeah.
So what I would say is, as someone living with Duchenne, if you were speaking to other people living with Duchenne or disability in general, and they're like, "Gosh, I'd never be able to do that," what advice would you give to them? What would you say to them to say, "Do it"?
Put things into reality. Are you afraid, or you don't actually can't do it? Because.
And how would they face that fear? Did you ever have that fear, or was it because you were pushed to the edge that you had no choice?
Yeah, basically, yeah. I found one good friend, Olav, who was actually with one hand, but he was ready to try to be my assistant. As a friendship, it was hard, but from there I got my lessons learned, because there was a funny thing that I had a family car with the elevator, but that person didn't have a license.
Nice.
So we had to move around by public transport.
Oh gosh.
And that helped me out, that because we were doing together, and also he allowed to travel also, and sometimes he were with me. And one point he said that, Juri, I'm sorry, I can't help you anymore. And that was the place that I know that now is the time. I have to do it. If I want to live as I used to it. So I started to move around with the public transport. Totally.
And it got easier over time?
Yes. And when public transport went there, I went there. Once, the funny story is I have those wooden glasses on me, and I decided that my mother couldn't help me out. I decided I go alone, and I went to the shop and bought my glasses. That was very, when you are stepping that step, I'm going to do it. It is very good feeling. I did it.
Yeah.
I didn't need any help.
Yeah.
Actually, I did, but I was organizing it by myself from total stranger from the street. But actually, that's the one thing what my father always said to me. You don't need my help all the time. I'm not the person who always has to help you. Person has hands and legs, they can help you. And that's the real place where I take that encouragement to get to ask the help, because in many times it's helping others also, who is helping.
Yeah.
And other sign what I had was the help asking. You can do it 2 times. You can be angry as a bee. Okay, ask that help then. Give me that help now. But the other way around, you can be the tiny person who thanks, and you really have to mean it. Yeah. That I'm very thankful for you. And it maybe it gives the sun into his day. At least one person said something good for me. Other way is I use the public transport, and in Estonia we don't have that automatic system. Our drivers have to open it up. So we have to have quite good relationship with them. And that's the way you can do it. You just say to them good day and thanks, and even when they are totally angry, and do it like a mad person. And sometimes it goes another way around, because I'm got heavy user of public transport. So they know that if you, and it doesn't help when you leave me out behind. Next morning I'm there again, and you have to help me. And there was a policy that they have bonuses, and when you get the letter from me, then they don't get those bonuses. So sometimes it goes the other way around. They know that they can't be mad for me, so it goes for the other public transport users.
I like it. It's a relentless attitude that nothing's going to stop me kind of thing. Wow. thank you so much for your insight and your overview on all of this. And yeah, hopefully we can share more of your experiences in months and years ahead and everything else. Because yeah, you're a tremendous guy and you've got tremendous tenacity.
We need independence. Extreme independence courses.
I think that would be it. Yeah, and I think you would be one of the best to probably deliver those as well.
Yeah, because I like quite extreme stuff.
That's it.
We have been in military camp or something like that, and I give the person who was leading, old warrior guy, and he was totally pissed off because I went to, and on that time I didn't have my Astral 150. I had one V-pop or something like that, but he had only 2-hour battery. So I went there, and I had to think that I need to get it out. But my battery got low, and it's in the forest. They had those petroleum generators or something like that, and it didn't get to work. And that old warrior guy was totally pissed off. But I think when he was in war, it's more better than that because he was totally white in his face. So. But it worked out somehow.
Giving even the toughest people a run for their money.
Yes, yes, yes.
Right, guys, thanks so much,
you.
and thanks, Juri.